Well, hello, guys. Welcome to our Monday Night Calls. I am glad that you guys took the time out of your busy schedules to join us on our Monday Night Calls. If you don't know who I am, I'm Lisa Shryock, Diamond Ambassador. I live in Dallas, Georgia, not Dallas, Texas, but Dallas, Georgia. And I've been with Plexus for over 10 years. I'm an oldie, you guys. I'm an oldie. So I hope I can bring this information to you. I hope I bring some value to this call. I have been listening to a podcast by Melissa Eichenhorst and Rebecca Folks, and it's called The Ambition Coalition. It's on a podcast, and it's really good. Like it's like a 30-minute segment. I love it. And one of the calls that stood out to me was the 5 lies you tell yourself that's sabotaging your business. And so it really, really stuck out to me. And Rebecca was going to be my special guest, but unfortunately, she had to take care of some things. She's solo parenting with the toddler, and so she couldn't make it work. So I'm going to do my best. And if you guys want to hear the actual segment, it's episode number 4 on the Ambition Coalition, and so it's really, really, really good for it. So, um, the lies that there's 5 lies that I'm going to talk about tonight, and it's you've probably heard them before, and they're probably sabotaging your business. If not all 5, maybe one of them speaks to you, right? I know when I was listening to the podcast, I was like, oh yeah, that was on, that's good, right? And so I actually called a friend and told a friend, I said, you need to get on this call on the podcast and listen to episode 4, because one of those speaks to you. It is you. So I'm not going to call that person out. But anyways, okay. So these aren't going to go in any particular order. Okay. So it's just, we're just going to call them out. Okay. So let's get into it. So the first lie is, I am not blank. Okay. And you get to fill in that blank. Okay. So we're going to look into that. Think about that. I am not blank. It could be anything that you feel into that, right? So we're going to look into that into relation to maybe the products or the services that you're offering. And I know that you have to be a product of the product, right? We always say that, right? But you guys, I don't want you to ever think that you are not healthy enough to do this business. I am not healthy enough to do this business, right? Are you saying that to yourself, right? My skin isn't glowing enough to talk about the collagen. My hair is not growing long enough to talk about the collagen, right? People on social media, here's the thing, or somebody could say that, I'm not I don't have that technology down. I don't know how to do technology, right? I don't have enough followers. I don't know enough people on social media, right? I don't have enough people that are going to be able to follow me for me to do this business, right? I don't have blank, right? So you fill that in, right? So there are people in our business, in our current business, that are a size 0, and some people are a size 18. Okay. Don't ever let some people, I mean, they struggle. Some people struggle with, depression. Some people struggle with anxiety, right? Some people, could care less about cute earrings, and some people have cute earrings, right? You can't let the pressures of I don't be the driving force for you to not do this business, right? Don't let the comparison part, I don't have this, and you're looking at somebody else who has this. You cannot compare yourself to anybody else, because this is your journey. Okay. So I don't ever want you to look at yourself and say, well, I'm not blank. I'm not cute enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not healthy enough. I don't have enough followers. That's bullcrap, because people need what we have, you guys. So don't ever let that lie come into play or hold you back, because y'all, this really is truly an incredible blessing. This business and these products, whether it's just product users or whether it's just the business opportunity, it's truly, truly a blessing and such a gift for everybody who takes the products or even works the business, right? So don't ever say, I am blank. No, say, I am going to do this. And put a positive spin on it. Okay. All right. So lie number 2. This is a good one, and I know you guys have already heard this. And like I said on the podcast, they really go into depth with explanations and stuff, but I just really couldn't do all that. So just go watch the podcast. Okay. So lie number 2 is I am not a salesperson. Well, okay. So here's a couple of examples that you can use. Terrific. I'm not looking for salespeople. I've never been in sales before, and I'm simply looking for passionate people who, when they love something, they'll share. We make recommendations every day for the things that we love, and we never get paid for it, right? 95% of the population, you guys, do not consider themselves as salespeople. So most people you talk to, they're going to have some element of this issue when trying to decide whether or not they want to get started. How are you going to handle that? Well, you're just going to tell them that, hey, I appreciate that. So, okay, so you're going to say just, and I like to use humor with a lot of things. And it's like, okay, so let's just be clear. You really don't want to start because you don't want to sell? Or is this really your way of telling me you really don't want to do it? Right? Kind of make it a little funny spin on it. And then what they're probably going to say is, they're probably going to say they just don't really want to do it. And you're going to say, well, I'm glad that you don't want to sell because listen, majority of successful people in business don't sell either. And then guess what you're going to move into? We've all heard this before, you guys. And I use it to this day. You can use it with any kind of thing you're in. And if you haven't heard it before, it's the feel, felt, found. Well, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was everybody these days is sharing about something. Amazon, you can have a referral link. Boutiques will give you a referral link. Little stores will give you, hey, go share this. We'll give you this free thing, right? And they're the ones who's making the money, right? Feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But listen, what I found was I wanted to get my products paid for. I shared with one person. I got $35. Shared with 3 people. I paid for my products, right? So you feel, felt, found. You can use it with anything. And listen, you guys, whether you know it or not, you are a salesperson. I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to call yourself that, but you are a salesperson. If you don't believe it, go look on what you shared last week about your macaroni and cheese with Easter. You're selling your macaroni and cheese, right? You're selling that you had the deviled eggs, right? You're always selling something. Doesn't matter if you might not be making money off that mac and cheese, but you're always talking about selling something, right? Always talking about doing something. Okay. So number 3 is, okay, this is the big one. It's you keep telling yourself that you don't have time to work the business. Okay, get ready for me to like blow your socks off of what I'm getting ready to tell you, because I know you already know about this because I'm guilty. I'm guilty. So 43 to 50% of Americans right now have a second source of income. So that means they have a side hustle in addition to their full-time job, right? So they have other responsibilities, but in all actuality, you guys, they're making it work. They're busy too, but they're making it work. Why? Because they have to. They have to have that plan B, right? So you might be working a full-time job. You might be had a baby. You might be commuting and you can't, make time for that because you got to come home and make dinner. The actual truth of that is that you are busy with all those things, but the lie is that you're too busy to do your business. Okay, that's the lie, right? So here's some excuses that we tend to like tell ourselves. It's when I'm not so busy, I'll do XYZ. Well, that time never comes because we're always busy, right? I'll participate in the next team challenge, or I work towards the next incentive. But y'all, what happens? The months just keep on passing by and you never jump in. I'll start sharing on social media when you think, your house is all in order. I'll finish this project and I'll get back to it after my trip. The reality is, get this, guys. The reality is the average American spends 2 hours scrolling on their phone, not making a post, not, making a reel for your business, mindless, mind-numbing scrolling for 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. Y'all, that's crazy. Okay. Get this, the average American checks their phone about 150 times a day. I mean, you just pick up your phone and check it. What are you checking for? What are you checking for? To see what Jim Bob next door is doing? Is that being, successful in your business, right? And listen, when I say all these things, I am guilty. Like I tell my team all the time, I'm guilty as guilty charged. Okay, I'm guilty. All right. So did you know, and you probably know this, that you can actually check your FaceTime, your Facebook, what's it called? It's screen time. You can check your screen time on your phone. If you don't believe that you mindless scroll, go and check your screen time on your phone, right? So the question that I want to ask you is, are you being productive with that time that you're spending online or watching Insta stories? Are you scrolling Facebook or watching ridiculous videos on YouTube or TikTok? Right? Right? So what I want to challenge you is, I want you to start practicing some discipline and stop telling yourself you don't have time, because that's a lie. Right? And y'all, I haven't even talked about TV. Whitney will get on to me. She will, like, I'm guilty. I'll binge watch a movie or binge watch a show, and Whitney will, I know she loves me, she will say right out in front of everybody, she'll say something like, well, is that productive? And I want to, like, but I know it's true, right? It's true. Nobody wants to hear all that kind of stuff, right? But it's true. Okay. The question I want to ask you is are you going to make time to work your business? Because if you really, really want it bad enough, and if you're really, really wanting to work hard enough, then you're going to make time and you're going to make it a priority. Okay. You're going to make it a priority. If you can think back last month, if you really, really, truly wanted to win that iWatch, or you really, really wanted to get that re-rank bonus, how hard did you work versus the previous months when the iWatch wasn't on the table, or the rank up or re-rank bunny was not on the table? Have you ever been wanting so hard to work for something that you would really, 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 truly sacrifice something for it? You got up a little bit earlier, went to bed a little bit later. You have time, right? So here's another fun fact is, I know women in this business right now, in our current business right now, that have built all the way to the top and re-entered with 11 kids or 12 kids, and they homeschool them. Okay? They homeschool them. They've created intentional time, and they made habits to doing every single day, doing their business without excuses. Okay? We all are busy, you guys, but if you want it enough and you want it badly enough, then you're going to work it. So here's my other question to you. Are you really too busy? Okay. Lie number 4. Okay. I don't know enough people. We've heard that before, right? So none of my friends or family are interested. I've talked to everyone in my area and it's saturated. Well, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a big fat lie. A big fat lie, right? Did you know that 80% of top earners have sent out there's been about 3 to 5 people to really, really kind of run. Now there's probably more, but the average is about 3 to 5 people who are running with them to the top of the company. You don't have to have 1 million people running with you. Okay. 80% of top earners have about 3 to 5 people who are really running with them. Okay. All right. Did you know the average person knows about 600 people? So out of those 600 people, have you talked to all 600 people? Okay. So if you haven't talked to those 600 people about the opportunity, about the products, you are telling yourself a lie that you don't know enough people. I want everybody right now, if you can, if you're not on your phone, get your phone out and tell me and see in the comments how many friends you have that you thought that are following you right now on Facebook. How many do you have? Put it in the comments. Let's see what you got. Because if you have more than one person and you haven't talked to the people that's on there, you're telling yourself a lie. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So here's one fun fact that Rebecca was saying that she does on her on her list of people. So what she does is she makes a list of all the fun, exciting things. So when she has her list of people that she wants to reach out to, she makes a list of all these fun facts about the products. It's not just about the ingredients, right? It's about what the products have done or what's it going to do, the income stuff. And she has that all, in her notes to where when she talks to somebody about the product, she doesn't have to just give the facts about it. She can talk about, it helps this person with this and help this person with this. So when you have all your facts down and you're going to go down your 600 people that you haven't talked to yet, you're going to be ready and showing them all the things that is about these products, not just the green stuff that we talk about. People who are nerdy and green want all that facts, right? But we want to know what it's doing, what problem is it solving, how is it helping you, right? So keep all those little facts down. Okay, so here's another thing about that you don't know enough people. Maybe it's not that you don't know enough people. Maybe you're just fearful of rejection. Listen, that comes every day in our business, right? Every day in our business. Just maybe you need to learn some skills that that's going to help you with not feeling that way, taking some self reflection, do some podcasts, all that kind of, learn the skills, because I promise you, in your phone right now, I can guarantee you, or all the people in your Facebook, you haven't contacted all. Raise your hand if you've contacted every single person that you have. I don't. So Tina says she's contacted every single person on her Facebook list. That's one person out of 43 that is contacted. So why? Why haven't you done that? Why haven't you contacted those people? Ask yourself that. Why? Like, why? You know enough people, I promise you. Okay. Brooke Hemingway, who is 3 Jewel family, she had I think less than 100 people on her Facebook page when she started. 100. And she's, double diamond, and then her husband is a Jewel. You know enough people. You just got to get yourself out there. Okay. Lie number 5. Okay. But I'm doing everything, but it's not working. I have to laugh about that because I hear that often. Well, I'm just doing everything and it's just not working. Okay, well, let's go. Let's see. So, let's see. Are you showing up on events? Are you hosting events? Are you doing messenger events? Are you tuning in to the weekly calls that we have for Plexus Calendar, right? Are you doing all those things? Probably not, right? Are you reaching out to 2 people a day to share the opportunity? Are you being consistent on social media and doing personal development? Are you showing up on a Monday and then on Wednesday you're just like, so let me ask you a question. If you worked a traditional job, okay, some of you people might be working a traditional job Monday through Friday, whatever your hours are, right? And you wanted to go for a promotion in that job. And it comes down for review time, and you walk into your boss's office and you're like, okay, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that raise. I'm ready for it. And he's going to say, let's see. Well, you didn't show up on Monday. You rarely show up on Fridays. You haven't taken any of the refresher training courses. You haven't brought any new people in. Is he going to give you that raise? Is he going to give you that bonus? No, he's not. He's not going to give you that bonus, right? So they're not doing everything that they're to live up to their potential. And every single person on here has so much potential. Are you holding yourself back with the lies that you're telling yourself? Like, are you really holding yourself back, right? And here's the thing, guys, I seriously really wish that every single person that I reached out to would be willing and saying, yes, 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 I want to do this business. But the reality is it's not. So in the meantime, when I'm growing my business, I am learning new skills, and I'm learning new opportunities and new way to talk to people and new ways to make reels and new ways to do this. I am trying to learn everything I can do to bring everything up, that's going to fit into the social media realm, because always changing and always evolving. And honestly, you guys, this business is about communication. So you're not communicating to people and you're not talking to people. I mean, really, right? So here is my question to you. Okay. And like I said, go back and listen to it. The podcast episode number 4, they do a really, really good job. I probably missed a lot of stuff. But so are any of these lies holding you back? And which one resonates with you? Like, put it down in the comments which one you think really resonates with you. If they all resonate with you, don't be shy, because we're all here. I'm guilty about it. I'm guilty. If you don't, like, another good thing about this business, guys, is when you build a business and you build it to the income that you want, there are going to be times where you don't show up, right? There are going to be times. And the beauty of this business is residual income, right? But until you build up to that level of where you want with income and stuff, you got to show up every single day. You got to show up every single day and make a difference to get where you want. Some people need to take a month off because they're sick, or they need to do this or that. When you have residual income coming in, that's a beautiful thing about it. But you got to do the things to get the residual income flowing, right? You got to do the things. So let me see. Let me see some of these, what they're saying. See, talking to my Facebook friends. I'm not organized. I can switch to learn. I can do better in most areas too. I'm guilty, but okay. Okay. Get back to events. Yeah, you guys, hosting events. See, people were saying they only had 220, 300. Melissa P, you have 3,380 people, girl. Have you reached out to all those people? 4,800 people. You guys, what lies are you telling yourself is my question. So that's what I got for you. I want somebody to pick. Whitney, pick a number for me. I'm going to pick a prize.
Between what and what? Or just
let's do between 1 and 35.
17.
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, I don't know who the iPhone is, so I'm going to go to the next person, and it's Janelle. Who's Janelle? Where's Janelle? Janelle, message your sponsor or message me, and get your address, and I'll send you a goodie. I think yeah, you got that right, Janelle? Okay, let me go off. Let me stop the recording. Well, does anybody have any questions about anything? Any comments about anything? Y'all want to like be for real and be vulnerable and speak up and just say, man, I need some of those things. Kathleen, you want to say something?
Heck yeah, absolutely. I always do. Hey guys, I'm Kathleen. I'm a Diamond Ambassador. I've been with Plexus for like 10 years, and every single one of those, even as a Diamond, I feel all of those. I'm not worthy. Maybe this is even after 10 years. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, if I admit it, that I'm lesser than, and it really does mean we all feel that way. So it's the biggest part of all of that is recognizing that and then flipping the script, but nobody else can do that but you. So don't feel that you're lesser than if you're like, oh my God, every single one of those, maybe I'm not meant for this. No, because that's all of us. So And so that's why I call Lisa for my little help me because I feel this way. So find your person to do that and let them. This is what I was telling Lisa. So I'm going to tell all of you guys. If you're that person for somebody else, don't let them wallow in the I'm not. Help them flip the script. It's not okay to wallow with your friends. So that's why we're here to lift each other up on these calls. So thanks, Lise.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody
And
have any?
Lisa,
Yeah,
can I
Tamara.
say something really quick about that?
Yeah.
I think too, it's so important not to compare your weaknesses to someone else's strengths, because I see people do that a lot. And we all have different strengths and we all have different weaknesses. And so it's like that apples to oranges mentality. Like you can't look at someone who maybe they have a massive Instagram following and you're like, I don't even know how to make a reel. Like you can't compare your weakness to someone else's like strength zone, because we all have different strength zones and genius zones. So the best thing to do is to focus on what strengths you have and then develop those further so they become even stronger. So don't compare yourself to other people's strengths because they're all different.
Yep. And that's true, because I will tell you, comparison will steal your joy.
And it also can
1000.
paralyze you.
Yeah.
I think it can stop you because you're
Yep.
going, oh, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this quality, I don't have this leadership trait. So maybe I'm just not cut out for this. And it can just completely derail you and cause you just to stop instead of pushing forward with the things that you do have to offer and the value you do have.
Yep. That's so good. So good. Does anybody else have anything to say before I end the call?
I have a question.
Sure.
So I was told it was the I forgot the name of that Tamara told me, but the podcast, but I don't know which one you were talking about.
Yep. It's called the Ambition Coalition,
Yes,
and it's episode 4.
4. That's what I
Yep,
needed.
episode 4. And we honestly, truly, go and listen to all of them. I think they have 10. That number 4 just really, really spoke out to me, probably because I'm guilty of all of the things that they said. And that's why it really spoke to me, because I'm check mark. Oh my gosh, check mark. Yep, that's me. Oh, yep, that's me. So I identify really well with what they were saying. So yeah, Ambition Coalition, and it's episode number 4. So anybody have anything else they want to say? Add? Nothing? Okay, well, listen, April 1st, you guys. Oh, Wendy, did you want to say something? Okay, April 1st, you guys, let's set our goals, work it and rock it, and everybody earn that walking pad. We're going to do it. Okay, talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.